Contenders. I'm your host, Peg Young. The German poet Heinrich Heine said, "Sweet May hath come to love us, flowers, trees, their blossoms dawn, and through the blue heavens above us, the very clouds move on." And May is the month for flowers to come into bloom with their color. And there is a song lyric that says that people are even more beautiful than flowers. We'll see some excellence and beauty on our stage today. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome. We have the Elan team, Yoon Young-chan and Park Yu-byung. So why Elan?
This is a French word, means fly high or ride rapidly. This is a word we want to be in this program and in the future.
All right, so you want to be Elan,
Yes.
to rise high and to fly rapidly. All right, well, good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Going against the Elan team, we have the Mates team, John Leithorinne and John Redmond. I hope I didn't butcher your name too badly. So you have something special you want to share with us?
I'm actually writing a book about Korea. It started a few years ago when I was a teacher. I wrote a lot of diaries and I realized there was a story about Korea and my experience in Korea.
I see.
So,
well, I look forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
And?
Oh, I graduated in East Asian history, and then I found out I can get an English job over here, English teaching.
And here you are. So welcome to our stage, both Mates team and Elan team. Let's get on with our quiz. In our first section, we'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions. If you get all 10 correct, as we saw last week, you get 50 bonus points. You can use chance once. We'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and give you a 50-50 chance of getting it correct. And whatever you get correct, we will give you points for. Each question is worth 10 points. Elan, you have your first choice, Q, U, I, or Z.
Q, please.
Q. Question set Q number 1. Of the following, what is it called when life on Earth is supposed to die out? 1. 4th of July. 2. The last day. 3. Armageddon. 4. D-Day. If you're not sure, you can use chance.
Number 3.
Very good. The beginning's always the toughest. We move on to question 2. Of the following, if you mix the color red with white in even portions, which color will you end up with? 1. Pink. 2. Orange. 3. Green. 4. Purple.
Number 1, pink.
Question 3. Of the following, which sport refers to its referee as umpire? 1. Baseball. 2. Hockey. 3. Basketball. 4. Golf.
Number 1, baseball.
Question 4. Of the following, where was Frédéric Chopin born? 1. Vienna. 2. Salzburg. 3. Warsaw. 4. Bonn.
Chance.
You'll use chance. We'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And now, please make your final selection.
Number 3. Number 3.
Yes, it is Warsaw. Where Chopin was born. Was it a guess?
Yes.
Good guess. Moving on to question 5. Of the following, xenophobia is a fear of what? 1. Xylophones. 2. Ballot forms. 3. Making a choice for strangers.
Number 4.
Yes, it is from the Greek xenos, stranger or foreigner. You're halfway through. Question 6. The orbit of the planets around the sun are in which one of the following shapes? 1. Circle, 2. Octagon, 3. Square, 4. Ellipse.
Number 4, ellipse.
Question 7. Of the following, what Norwegian playwright wrote A Doll's House in 1879 and An Enemy of the People in 1882? 1. Bjornson, 2. Lee, 3. Ibsen, 4. Keelan.
Number 3, Ibsen.
Yes. Ibsen wrote these books or these novels. Question 8. Of the following, which is not a woodwind instrument? 1. The piccolo, 2. Saxophone, 3. Clarinet, 4. Horn. We need your final answer, please.
Number 4, horn.
Yes. Question 9. Of the following, which of these bones are located in the ear? 1. Anvil, 2. Tibia, 3. Mandible, 4. Phalanges.
Number 4.
Actually, it is the anvil, which is in the ear. You end the section with 80 points. Good job. So, Macy, which question set would you like to have? U, I, or Z sets?
I, please.
All right. Question set I, number 1. Of the following, what is it called when a piece of land is surrounded by water on 3 sides? 1. Island, 2. Peninsula, 3. Nothing, 4. Gulf.
2.
And Korea is a peninsula. Question 2. Of the following, which letters belong on the number 2 button on a telephone? 1. ABC, 2. PQRS, 3. MNO, 4. QZ.
1.
Question 3. From Homer's Iliad, Achilles was protected against harm on all parts of his body except which part? 1. Head, 2. Heel, 3. Back, 4. Nose.
2. Heel.
And what do you consider your Achilles heel?
Obi Lager.
Obi Lager is a Korean beer. I see. Question 4. What is the front middle position in volleyball called? 1. Striker, 2. Center forward, 3. Attacker, 4. Setter.
Do you know this? 4.
Can use chance.
A chance.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And please make your final selection.
2. Center forward.
Yes. Question 5. Of the following, which of these is the former name of Istanbul in Turkey? 1. Persia, 2. Syria, 3. Constantinople, 4. Peru.
3. Constantinople.
Question 6. Socrates, Cardinal Richelieu, Lord Byron, and Van Gogh suffered from this disorder. What is this? 1. Dementia, 2. Depression, 3. Epilepsy, 4. Tourette syndrome.
I'd have to go with depression. 2. Depression.
Actually, it is epilepsy that they suffered from. Mates, you end the section with 50 points, but we have a lot of the quiz ahead. Elan, you are in the lead with 80 points. And now we're at our exciting password section. We give you 20 words in a pre-chosen category. You are given 100 seconds to go through the entire list. You're not to use any of the words or phrases that we give you on the board unless it is in parentheses. Elan, it is your turn first. Your category is Austria,
Yes.
and if you won 7 in a row, you know that we could give you tickets to go to Europe, yes?
Yes.
It's a good goal to have. Are you ready?
Sure.
Go.
A. Mountain. Alps. V. Capital city.
Bin. Vienna.
D. River.
Danube.
Pass. Pass. G. Language.
German.
S. City of Mozart.
Salzburg.
K. Painter.
Klimt.
E. Money.
Euro.
M. Musician.
Mozart.
K. Maestro.
Karajan.
I. City.
Innsbruck.
Pass. 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 H. Dynasty.
Habsburg.
Pass. Pass. B. Palace.
Schönbrunn.
Pass.
Well, some of these did prove to be a challenge for you. Grossglockner is the highest Austrian point in the Alps. And you also passed on Bodensee, which is a lake in Austria. You end the section with 190 points. And mates, it is now your turn. And your category is Mediterranean regions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
River in Egypt.
Nile.
Capital of Spain.
Madrid.
It's a place where we hang out with a pass. Pass. All right, where you'd find the Acropolis.
Where you find one?
The Acropolis. Capital city, Athens.
Athens. Greece.
Yep. All right, the ocean that is west of the Mediterranean.
Atlantic.
All right, one of the islands just off Greece.
Crete. Rhodes.
Pass. All right, famous city in Italy, but it's actually not spelt the way it's pronounced. Rhymes with peace or something like that.
Pisa.
Pass. All right, famous animal, also famous country on the Mediterranean. A bird you eat during Thanksgiving.
Turkey.
All right, capital Tripoli. Country. On the Mediterranean. Next to
Pass.
Egypt. Right, pass. Pass. All right.
Capital is Tripoli.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, island south of Italy.
It is a bit nerve-wracking to stand here and try to have to give the hints. We didn't quite get to the Ionian Sea. The capital, Tripoli nation, is Libya. You end the section with 90 points. Elan, you are in the lead with 190 points. And now let's welcome Mr. David Wong onto our stage.
Howdy, Eun-young. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I hope you're doing fine. As you just said, I'm doing okay these days. The springtime, the summertime coming up soon is making me feel real nice. Teams, I want to welcome you guys to the Contender stage. I wish you guys the best of luck. By the way, though, John, you said your name was, you're writing a book?
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, my name is David Wong, and I was born in... No, I'm just kidding. I hope your book project goes really well.
Thank you
I
very
hope
much.
it's a wonderful success.
Okay.
Anyways, though, this next section, it's a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. Now, if that team gets it wrong, that chance will be given to the other team. Now, if both of you guys cannot figure it out, we're going to help you out with a spelling hint. All right? There's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, and you have 5 seconds to answer each one. Got it?
Please
All right.
wait for me to call out your team names before you share your answer with us. Let's have question 1.
All right, question number 1 is about seasons. The results of a recent survey show that people born in this season have a sunnier outlook than those born in colder.
Mates.
Summer.
Yeah. And you're catching up, mates team, and you get to choose. Sorry about that. Let's have question number 2.
All right, question number 2 is about insects. Recent research has found that these insects are on the increase in many developed countries, including the UK. The tiny blood-sucking insects were thought to have been virtually eradicated 2 decades ago.
Mates.
Ticks.
Elan, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
But an expert believes they may have developed resistance to pesticides. What is this?
Elan, 5 seconds. Elan.
Mosquito.
Let's take a look at the hint. Elan. Mates, 5 seconds. Bed bugs.
Oh, bed bugs.
Moving on, let's have the next question.
Yes, don't let the bed bugs bite, so they say. Question number 3 is about geography. Recently, an 18th century British map which shows that Westerners of the 13th century referred to the East Sea of Korea as the Eastern Sea was discovered. The 13th century is when this person was active. He is the Venetian traveler and author of The Description of the World. His account of his travels...
Elan.
Marco Polo.
Question 4, please.
Question number 4 is about sports. This person on the comeback trail at age 41 is in the hunt for boxing's coveted undisputed world heavyweight crown, a distinction the American veteran hopes to conquer soon.
Elan. Elan.
Mike Tyson.
Mates, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
With 38 wins, 7 losses, and 2 draws, he looked sluggish and slower than ever in his last fight, crashing out to James Toney last October. Who is this former world boxing champion?
Mates, 5 seconds.
Foreman.
Mates.
Foreman.
Let's take a look at the hint. Elan.
Evander Holyfield.
Yes. Moving on to question 5.
Question number 5 is about music. Last month, this pop band continued their UK comeback tour with a concert at Wembley Arena. The band, who shot to fame in the 1980s with songs like Wild Boys, are touring this month.
Mates.
Duran Duran.
Yes. And do you have a favorite song?
Do I have a favorite song? I have many.
Oh no, Duran Duran's favorite song.
Yeah, I think that Wild Boys, that was a good one. Yeah.
Well, it worked for you, didn't it?
How about for you? You look like a big Duran Duran fan, no?
Not at all.
Not at all, really?
Too young for that.
Come on!
All right,
Come
moving on to our next
No, we're not
question.
going to move on now. Okay, we'll move on. Moving on to the next question,
Yes.
number 7. Number 6, I'm sorry. Number 6 is about devices. Recently, Los Angeles police have made the first arrests under a new law targeting pirates who use this device in cinemas. The California anti-blank law, which came into...
Elan.
Portable movie camera.
And mates, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
The California anti-blank law, which came into force on January 1st, makes it an offense to take the device into a cinema with the intent of taping a movie. It is a portable video camera and recorder. What is this?
Mates, 5 seconds. Mates,
Digital camera?
let's look at the hint. Elan?
Camcorder.
Yes. The word didn't come to mind the first time around. Glad the hint worked for you. Let's move on to question 7.
Question number 7 is about diseases. According to BBC, coughing into a breathalyzer could be the new way to detect the most common form of this disease.
Mates,
Flu.
Elan, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
When the patient coughs into the tube, sputum is brought up, a secretion produced in the lungs where the disease can reside. It is a chronic or acute bacterial infection that primarily attacks the lungs, but it may also affect the kidneys, bones, etc. What is this disease?
Elan, 5 seconds. Let's take a look at the hint. Elan. Out of time. Mates, 5 seconds. Mates.
Tuberculosis.
Yes, or TB was taken as the answer. And now for question 8.
Question number 8 is about person. Recently, this actress more than doubled her annual income last year to become Australia's richest entertainer.
Elan.
Nicole Kidman.
And is she an actress that you like?
Sure, my favorite actress.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite film?
Yes, I like the film Moulin Rouge.
Ah, she sings well too.
Yeah, she's an awesome singer. She's very multi-talented.
And mates, you like her too?
Yeah, she was good. Yeah, she's.
And hence her doubling salary, right? Yes. And let's move on to our next question.
Our next question, which is number 9, is about countries. This country's president, Ion Ilescu, has said his country will not give up its national flag despite the fact that it appears, to most observers at least, identical to that used by the Central African state of Chad, with both flags having blue, yellow, and red stripes. Bucharest is its capital. What is this country?
Elan. Mates, 5 seconds. Mates.
Romania.
Yes. Let's move on to question 10.
Question number 10 is about health. According to a recent study, a little bit of this may relieve the nausea and vomiting that plague many pregnant women, although it does not cure the problem. This is a widely cultivated Asian plant with an edible underground stem. What is this?
Mates.
Ginseng.
Elan, it is your chance to answer. He will finish the question.
What is this, which is also a hot-tasting spice food?
Elan, 5 seconds. Let's take a look at the hint. Elan. Mates, 5 seconds. Mates.
Ginger.
Yes. And moving on to question 11.
Question number 11 is about cities. This city now enters the subway age. Its transportation department initiated the 20-kilometer test drive of its subway on April 13.
Mates.
Bangkok.
And the game has become very close. Mates, you have 270 points. Elan, you are in the lead with 310 points. Let's move on to our next question.
Just a matter of a couple questions. Here we go. Question number 12 is about technology. This company has entered the search engine fray with the beta launch of its A9 portal, enabling broad-based web inquiries, as well as delivering results from the company site and a host of personalized services. The site features a toolbar and is arrayed in separate vertical columns that show web search results from Google. What is this e-commerce giant?
Elan.
eBay,
Mates, 5 seconds. Mates,
Alta Vista.
let's take a look at the hint. Elan.
Amazon.com.
Yes. And now we've reached question 13.
Question number 13 is about mountains. There are various kinds of attempts for a world record. A group of 10 friends of the UK are hoping to break a world record by having a 4-course dinner on this mountain. It hopes to enter the Guinness Book of Records by breaking the world record to raise money for the British Lung Foundation. What is this mountain considered the highest mountain in the world?
Mates.
Mount Everest.
Yes. Question 14, please.
All right, question 14 to a tight game is about literature. A rare copy of William Shakespeare's Blank has failed to sell at an auction in New York. Christie's described it as, quote, and I quote, one of the most exceptional private collections of the past century, end quote. To be or not to be, that is the question.
Elan.
Hamley.
Yes. And we've come to question 15.
I could have done better with that to be or not to be one, huh? I'll try better next time. All right, question number 15 is about space. Astronomers have found support for the existence of elusive medium-sized these, the journal Nature reports. They demonstrated that repeated collisions between stars could produce so-called runaway star, which increase with increasing mass. This is an extremely dense celestial body that has been
Elan.
Black hole.
Yes.
Thank you.
And with that, Elan team, you get to go on to the finals. Congratulations. Mates team, it was a very close game to the end. What do you want to say to your supporters?
Thanks a lot. No, it was good. I enjoyed it. Really did.
All right, thank you very much for
And
joining
I'll
us
mention you in the
today.
book, don't worry.
Thank you.
Now, Elan, you get to go face the Whitlams team. They're going to go for their 5th. They are more experienced, but you said that you were aiming for high and fast flying. So you think you'll keep it up?
Sure.
All right, we'll be back after this with the Elan and Whitlams teams. Team to our final round. Let's welcome back the Whitlams team. Welcome back, Scott Nepple and Ryan Hatcher. And I see you have worn your lucky necklace again. Do you think that the lucky charm will still have its power
I
today?
definitely think so, yes.
All right. Good luck to you, Whitlams team. Good luck to you, Elan team. Let's get on with our game. In our final section, we give you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, 10 to 50 points. You don't have to choose them in order, but you do have to get the previous question correct to choose the next question. What are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are May happenings, sports quotes, women authors, feathered friends, and architecture in history.
We will go with May happenings, 10 points. A patent was given in 1884 to Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. On May 31st, he had accidentally left a pot of boiled wheat to stand? Whitlams.
Cornflakes?
Yes. And do you have cornflakes for breakfast?
No, but my friend here does.
With milk?
Of course, of course.
Do you ever try hot milk with your cereal?
Well, I've tried hot milk too, yeah.
It gets all mushy though in the hot milk.
Hot milk? Are you supposed to? Really? I never
Yeah, when
even
it's
heard
cold
of that.
outside.
Really?
Uh-huh. It's kind of like cream of wheaty kind of with
Yeah.
hot milk.
Ah, I see how that would work. But cornflakes and cold milk,
Still
that's
good.
where it's at.
It's all good.
Thank you, Mr. Kellogg.
And Whitlams, you get to choose.
I'll go sports quotes for 10.
Sports quotes, 10 points.
American poet Walt Whitman said, "I see great things in blank. It's our game, the American game. It will take people out of doors, fill them with oxygen, give them larger physical stoicism."
Whitlams.
Baseball?
Yes, it's the American game. And Elan, you have to buzz in quickly to go against the experience of the Whitlams team. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Sports quotes for 20, please.
Sports quotes, 20 points.
And I quote, "A good hockey player plays where the puck is. A great hockey player plays where the puck is going to be." End quote. The person who said this began skating at the age of 2.5 and was first taught hockey by his father. He is considered the most influential player in professional hockey.
Elan.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yes. And with that, Elan, you have even the score. You get to choose.
Sports quote 30 points. Please.
Sports quotes, 30 points.
Serious sport has nothing to do with fair play. It is bound up with hatred, jealousy, boastfulness, disregard of all rules, and sadistic pleasure in witnessing violence. In other words, it is war minus the shooting. This quote's author was the English novelist, essayist, and critic, famous for his novels Animal Farm and 1980.
Whitlams.
George Orwell?
Yes. 1984 was the big novel. Which one did you enjoy more?
I liked Down and Out in Paris and London.
So Wells is a writer that you enjoy.
Yes.
Well, Whitlams, it proved useful for you on our quiz. You get to choose our next question.
Sports quotes for 40?
Sports quotes, 40 points.
This person said Olympianism is the marriage of sport and culture. He competed in boxing and roller hockey from an early age, helping to initiate an international roller hockey championship in Barcelona in 1951. He joined the Spanish Olympic Committee in 1954, elected to the IOC in 1966.
Elan.
사마란치.
Yes. He was re-elected in 1996 after the International Olympic Committee's move in 95 to bump the membership age limit to 80, replaced by Belgian Jacques Roga. And Elan, you've got the lead. You get to choose.
Sports 50.
Closing the category, sports quotes, 50 points.
Winning is not a sometime thing, it's an all-time thing. You don't win once in a while, you don't do things right once in a while, you do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. This quote's author was a coach in American professional football who became a national symbol of single-minded determination.
Whitlams.
Vince Lombardi?
Yes. He led the team to 5 championships, the Green Bay Packers, to the NFL. The trophy named after this person is the Lombardi, and it's awarded each year to the winning team of the National Football League's championship game, Super Bowl. And Whitlams, you've got the lead. You to choose.
May Happenings for 20?
May Happenings, 20 points. Columbus discovered this Caribbean island on May 5th. Elan.
West Indian Island.
Whitlams, it is your chance to answer. I will finish the question. On May 5th, 1494, he sighted the island during his second voyage, and it became a Spanish colony in 1509. It is the 3rd largest island of the Greater Antilles of the West Indies, situated south of Cuba. With its lush mountains and pristine beaches, the island is known for its beautiful natural surroundings. Kingston is the capital and largest city of the island. What is this island country, Whitlams?
Jamaica?
Yes. And the island is named after the Native American word Zaimaka, meaning Isle of Springs. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
May happenings for 30 points.
May happenings, 30 points. This disaster happened on May 6th, 1937. The cause of the disaster is still uncertain. At the time, many thought the airship had been hit by lightning. Many still believe that the highly flammable hydrogen was the cause. The disaster was named after the German passenger airship, Whitlams.
Hindenburg.
Yes. It burst into flame 200 feet over its intended landing spot in Lakehurst Naval Air Station, and it was the largest aircraft to fly. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
May happenings for 40.
May happenings, 40 points. On May 27th, 1964, this person died. He was the son of a wealthy Brahmin lawyer. He returned from Whitlams.
Nehru.
Yes. Jawaharlal Nehru. And he is the first Prime Minister of independent India. Elan, in order to go against Whitlams, you have to take the risk and buzz in quickly. Whitlams, you get to choose.
May happenings for 50.
Closing the category, May happenings, 50 points. This person first became known internationally as mayor of the beleaguered city of West Berlin from 1957 to 1966. By 1961, he was the leading figure in the Social Democratic Party and its candidate for Chancellor of West Germany. In 1969, he was elected Chancellor. On May 6, 1974, however, he resigned, assuming responsibility for the infiltration of an East German secret agent who had served on his staff as the aide for party affairs. Who is he? Single syllable last name. He is also a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Elan.
Helmut Kohl.
Whitlams, 5 seconds. His work was instrumental in increasing West Germany's power. It made it a world power. His first name begins with a W, and his last name with a B. I've given it to you now. 5 seconds. It's Willy Brandt. And why don't we go with Feathered Friends, 10 points.
All right, Feathered Friends for 10 points. A newborn, this chick has to be taught to eat, or else it will starve. Breeders spread feed underfoot, hoping the little ones will pick at it and get the idea. They tend to look up with their mouths open during rainstorms. Lots of them drown as a result. This is most famous for being roast blank in many European countries, as it has long been a customary Christmas dish. In the US, it is especially associated with the holiday of Thanksgiving.
Whitlams.
Turkey.
Yes. And Benjamin Franklin suggested that they make the turkey the bird of America, or the US, but the eagle won out. And Elan, I encourage you to buzz in. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Feathered Friends for 20.
Feathered Friends, 20 points.
The male of this bird is mostly black, but has white plumes in the wings and tail. Females are mostly brown. The adult male may be 2.5 meters or nearly 8 feet tall. The female is somewhat smaller. The largest bird egg in the world today is that...
Elan.
Ostrich.
It takes 40 minutes to hard boil an ostrich egg. Quite a job. And Elan, it's
And
good to see
quite
you
a
on
meal.
It's good to see you on the board. You get to choose.
Same category with 30 points.
Feathered Friends, 30 points.
The female of this bird cannot lay eggs if she is alone. In order for her ovaries to function, she must be able to see another one. If no other is available, her own reflection in a mirror will suffice. It is any of several hundred species of birds constituting the family Columbidae. Smaller forms are usually called doves and larger forms this. What is this?
Elan.
Goose.
Whitlams, 5 seconds. This is probably the bird that is most visible in cities. We see rows of them. Whitlams.
A pigeon?
Yes. An exception is the white domestic pigeon, the symbol known as the dove of peace. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
We'll stay with feathered friends for 40.
Feathered friends, 40 points.
I like this category. It's cute. All right, for 40 points, this bird has the largest wing spread of all creatures flying today. Anywhere?
Whitlams.
Albatross?
Yes. And it can stay, after it leaves its nest, it can stay on the water and not see land again for 2 years, approximately. It's that good at flying around and gliding on the water. Whitlams, you get to choose.
Feathered friends for 50.
Closing the category, feathered friends, 50 points.
In ancient Rome, it was a sin to eat the flesh of this bird. It uses its beak for obtaining food, chiseling out nests.
Whitlams.
Eagle?
Elan, it is your chance to answer. He will finish the question.
Yes. Chiseling out nests from trees as a means of communication. Other birds sing in order to attract a mate or stake out their territory, but this beats on a dry, resonant branch with its beak. By the duration and rhythm of its drumming, it makes claim to its territory, attracts females, and identifies his own species and other species as well. What is this?
Elan, 5 seconds. I'm going to give you a decisive hint. Whitlams.
Woodpecker.
And what would you like to have next, Whitlams?
Architecture and history for 10.
Architecture in history, 10 points.
Hello everyone at the Contenders. It's great to meet you. I'm Hwang Do-jin, and I'm an architect. The French writer Ernest Degne once said, "Architecture of all the arts is the one which acts the most slowly, but the most surely on the soul." I have to agree with this quote whenever I see a historical architecture. Well, I have a brief quiz of random questions concerning architecture throughout the ages. Let's test your knowledge about architecture. This term originated from Latin, tegula, ultimately from an Indo-European base, meaning to cover. It designates the finished baked clay, the material of a wide variety of units used in architecture and engineering, such as wall slabs, wall blocks, floor pavings, coverings for roofs, and drainage pipes. It is one of the ceramic products used in
Whitlams.
Tile?
Yes. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Architecture and history for 20.
Architecture in history, 20 points.
In his architectural works, this person defies the conventions of his time. His Laurentian library, designed for the book storage purposes of Pope Leo X, was memorable for its mixture of Mannerist architecture. It demonstrates his free approach to structural form. From 1540 to 1550, he redesigned St. Peter's Church in Rome.
Whitlams.
Michelangelo?
Yes. And his famous work is the Pietà, the David, etc. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Architecture and history for 30, please.
Architecture and history, 30 points.
This movement was represented in Europe and also in the United States. Hallmarks of the style are flat decorative patterns, an emphasis on handcrafting as opposed to machine manufacturing, and the rejection of earlier styles. It flourished in a number of European countries, many of which developed their own names for the style. In France, Style Guimard. In Germany, Jugendstil. In Italy, Stile Liberty. In Spain, as Modernismo. What is this?
Witlams.
Modernism?
Elan, 5 seconds. Elan.
Postmodernism.
It became known as this style because in Barcelona, Antonio Gaudí designed buildings in this style. It is very kind of natural based. Stylized nature. 2 words. 5 seconds. Whitlams.
Art Nouveau?
Yes. And Whitlams. Well, Elan, I encourage you to buzz in. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Architecture and history for 40?
Architecture in history, 40 points.
In Egypt, Amenemhet III of the 12th dynasty built himself a funeral temple in the form of a great blank.
Whitlams.
Pyramid?
Elan, it is your chance to answer. He will finish the question.
Moris. Most celebrated was this, built in Crete, according to Greek myth, by Daedalus to house the Minotaur. This is an intricate building of chambers and passages, often constructed so as to perplex and confuse a person inside. The maze, detailing landscape gardening, was based on the Greek blank. What is this?
Elan, 5 seconds. Elan.
Labyrinth.
Yes, it is the labyrinth. It is from the Greek, labyrinthos, of uncertain origin, perhaps royal structure formed from Lydian labrys, 2-edged axe, a symbol of royal power. And it's good to see you on the board, Elan. You get to choose.
Women authors for 10 points.
Women authors, 10 points. This author was born in Atlanta, Georgia, to middle-class parents with a passion for history. Whitlams.
Margaret Mitchell?
She is famous for Gone with the Wind. And she also won the Pulitzer. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Architecture and history for 50 points.
Closing the category, architecture in history, 50 points.
Byzantine architecture is a combination of Roman and Eastern influences and is characterized chiefly by uses of domes. Exterior surfaces were plastered and interior surfaces were flat but brightly colored and elaborately decorated with marble, mosaic or frescoes. This building is a prime example of Byzantine architecture.
Whitlams.
Hagia Sophia?
Yes. It is the Church of the Holy Wisdom. In Greek, it means Holy Wisdom and not Saint Sophia, as often mistranslated. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Women authors for 20?
Women authors, 20 points. And finally, she was considered the Duchess of Death. Her books have been translated into more languages than Shakespeare. Elan.
Anne Frank.
Whitlams, it is your chance to answer. I will finish the question. Have been translated into more languages than Shakespeare and have sold over 2 billion copies worldwide. She wrote her first story, The Mysterious Affair at Styles. Wow. Whitlams.
Agatha Christie?
Yes. Most famous works are Death on the Nile, Murder on the Orient Express, and they've been made into movies.
And without a doubt, I think Agatha Christie is one of the most influential writers of all time, not male or female. And she definitely deserved her propers, without a doubt.
And you get to choose.
30 points, please.
All right, women authors, 30 points. Mary Wollstonecraft was born in England in 1797. Her mother was an author and feminist, and her father was a philosopher. She married a poet whose first wife was considerate enough to drown herself so that the two lovers could legally marry. Ironically, her husband himself drowned while sailing in 1822. While vacationing with friends in Geneva, she wrote one of the world's greatest... Whitlams.
Frankenstein.
Yes. Horror stories. And she's better known for her husband's last name, Shelley, or married name. Whitlams, 2. Which one would
40
you
points.
have? All right. Women authors, 40 points. This poet was born in England in 1806. She studied Greek, Latin, and several modern languages. She married another poet and moved to Italy. Her poems are sentimental, and among them, her most famous line is, "How do I love thee? Let me count the ways." Whitlams.
Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
Yes, she wrote the sonnets from the Portuguese for her husband, Robert, who called her "my little Portuguese" because of her dark complexion. And we've come to our last question of the day. Women authors, 50 points. This woman was considered the greatest of the early Greek lyric poets. Plato called her the 10th muse. Whitlams.
Sappho.
Yes, and the main topic of her poetry was love. With that, Whitlams, you win again. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Elan, I hope you had a good time. What do you want to say to your supporters?
We did our best. Thank you for watching us.
We are satisfied.
All right, well, thank you very much for joining us today. Whitlams, this makes it 5 wins in a row. Congratulations. You must be on a high right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was a tough. It's been tough getting here, but hopefully we'll push on.
And are you aiming to go further?
Well, one stop at a time. Yeah.
All right. Congratulations again. Is Whitlams going to make it to 6 wins in a row? We'll see next week. Join us again then. Bye-bye.